Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are in McGill Library at Westminster College. This week's theme is love, and we will be reading a book all around love. Today I will be reading the book Queen of Hearts by Mary Engelbreit and then doing an activity at the end. Mary Engelbreit is the author of the book, meaning that she wrote the book. Can anyone tell me what holiday we celebrated on February 14th, where we expressed love and appreciation for those around us? Very good! Valentine's Day, that is absolutely correct. Let's start off by reading the book. Queen of Hearts by Mary Engelbreit. Valentine's Day was one of Anna Stell's favorite holidays. She liked boxes of chocolates, of course, and candy hearts and cookies with red sprinkles. And she loved getting valentines from all of her friends and family. But the thing Anna Stell liked most of all about Valentine's Day was making things. What is everyone's favorite Valentine's Day treat or snack? I heard chocolate, candy. Very good. Red and pink and white construction paper, scissors and glue, ribbons and lace, and lots of glitter. Yes, Valentine's Day was definitely one of the best holidays of all. What is your favorite holiday? Do you like Valentine's Day the best too? I like Halloween, but that's just my opinion. At school, Anna Stell's class was decorating boxes to hold their valentines. Anna Stell brought a plain brown shoebox from home, but it wasn't plain for long. First, Anna Stell cut a slot in the top of the box for valentines to go in. Then she covered the box with pink paper. On the front, in her fanciest handwriting, she wrote, "The Queen of Hearts." A Valentine's box needed lace and glitter, of course. It needed candy hearts too, and luckily, Anna Stell had some in her craft box. But it still looked sort of ordinary. And ordinary was definitely not good enough for Anna Stell's Valentine's box. At home, Anna Stell and her friend Gracie had fun playing dress up. This gave Anna Stell an idea. Pink feathers would give the box a look of distinction. The word distinction means different, so she wanted her box to look different from everyone else. Would you want your box to look different too? Very good, I heard yes. Sparkling jewels would add a bit of color. Silk roses and daisies would be a nice touch too. Anna Stell squirted the flowers with her mother's perfume. Wait until I get all this on the box, said Anna Stell. Anna Stell visited her neighbor Tommy. Playing with his cars gave her another idea. She also remembered a long red and white ribbon she had seen in her mother's sewing box. The next day at school, Mrs. McGillian said, "My goodness, a Valentine's Day box that rolls. It certainly isn't ordinary for now," thought Anna Stell. "This is the best box in the entire world." Wow, I've never seen such a colorful and creative Valentine's Day box like that before. Have you? The next day was Valentine's Day. Anna Stell's friends stopped by her desk all morning to admire the box. "I like the flowers best," said Gracie. "How about those flowers?" said Audrey-Ann. "Cool wheels," said Michael. Anna Stell was so proud that she thought she might burst. Finally, after recess, it was time to pass out the valentines. And suddenly, Anna Stell didn't feel proud anymore. She didn't feel happy. She felt awful. All week long, she had worked on the box. She had cut and glued and taped and sewed. She had made the best box in the entire world, but she hadn't made one single valentine. How could she have forgotten to make valentines? How do you think you would feel if you forgot to make valentines like Anna Stell did? I know I would feel sad. Gracie came by Anna Stell's desk and dropped a valentines into the box. It was a little hard for her to find the slot among all the feathers and flowers. "It's the best box I've ever seen," said Gracie. "Aren't you giving away your valentines?" And suddenly, Anna Stell knew what to do. "Yes, sirree," she said. "Here's yours." She pulled off a daisy off the box and handed it to Gracie. Audrey Ann wore her pink feathers in her hair. Michael and Sophie raced the cars that had been the wheels for the box. Mrs. McGillian tied the red and white ribbon in her hair. So, after all of her hard work, she decided to take pieces from the box and give it to her classmates instead. Would you do that? When Anna Stell got back to her desk, the box was plain again. Only the pink paper was left. It was ripped and ragged. One big tear went all the way through the words, "The Queen of Hearts," but it was full of valentines from Anna Stell's friends. Anna Stell smiled. "What a fun day," said Gracie. "This," said the Queen of Hearts, "has turned out to be the best Valentine's Day ever." The end. Did everyone enjoy the book? Good. I'm glad. What do you think you would have done if you were Anna Stell? All right, so Miss Ashley is going to be coming in next to show us a quick activity that we can do to wrap up everything we learned about Valentine's Day, making our own little Valentines.
Hi, boys and girls. For our activity today, since Anna Stell is the Queen of Hearts, we are going to be working with the shape of a heart. We have heart-shaped pieces of paper in the colors of pink, purple, white, and red. The example that I'm going to be showing you today, I'm going to be working with a pink heart, but you can choose whatever you would like. We also have a variety of the same color pieces of paper, purple, red, pink, and white. So what we are going to be doing today is we have our heart right here. You can choose any color you would like or a variety of colors. You're going to rip some pieces of paper. Like so. They can be as big as you want, any shape, and we're going to just glue them to our heart to create a little design. So you're going to glue the pieces of paper and stick them down. You can fill your entire heart as much as you would like. All right. So any questions before we get started? All right, awesome. Let's get started.